Okay, now I'm ready.
Good!
Alright.
3, 2, 1, scream! Do it! Click the button! Go!
Can't make me.
Oh, I've been recording.
Oh, perfect.
Cool.
Hi, people that don't watch.
Hope I didn't wake up my brother. Probably did.
Dude, wake him up. Fart in his face like he did to you.
Well, he is currently sleeping, and that would be, well, tempting to walk up and just fart in his sleeping face. That strikes me as just a step too far. I don't-
Anyway,
Plus, I don't need to fart right now, so there's that too.
you just got attacked by some strange giant doggo things.
But when I do need to fart, I'll let you know.
Okay. Is that in character or out of character?
Well,
Yes.
my current characters die.
Oh no.
Calm down. Reed.
But yes. Also, shoot!
Yes.
Uh-oh.
I forgot something.
What am
Are
Anyway.
you not ready?
No, I'm ready. Just I forgot to do something to prep that should have been done days ago, but I only
So
remembered-
you're not ready.
No, I am ready. Session can happen. I will just need to do something while we're doing it.
At this point, I'm convinced that session is happening, even if nobody's ready. Or if someone's
Anyway, you guys got attacked by wolves. It's
It is
nightfall. You have a
inevitable.
campfire going. The wolves' bodies, after you killed them, kind of disintegrate into the floor.
Oh right, the combat just ended. That's right.
Wait, I thought it was just like the lead wolf that did that, but did they all disintegrate?
After a little bit, yeah, they all just kind of fell apart.
No, remember we killed. Well, in the combat, Mythos was being a distraction for the big guy, and he was pretty much tanking everything.
Uh-huh, and then you
everyone else
guys,
was everyone else was just kind of taking them out one by one.
you killed the followers, and as
Mostly
soon
me.
as all the followers died,
Mostly
the
Vex,
big
and
guy
when the
died.
last one finally died, the leader just dropped dead.
The leader just collapsed.
Mm-hmm.
the
So that was
He
leader's
was like,
body,
heart attack.
the leader's body kind of just,
Because all the damage we'd done to it caught up to it all at once.
the leader's body disintegrated, and after a little while, so do the rest of the bodies, leaving nothing behind.
Well then,
Nothing in that
see.
encounter was actually real.
OC,
yes.
your eyeball that's stuck on your holy symbol.
Well, I go on.
Right.
I mean, I'm
Would
currently
that
right.
still be out? Would that still be out, or would that be on your person inside the coffin?
I think that would. I don't think we ever worked out those little details. So, I mean, from my perspective, I think she would still have the choker equipped with the Ruby of the War Mage in it. But I don't know. I don't know. I didn't think about that one or the other, so I guess that'll be your call if the thing's still there, if it vanished with Annabelle.
I would say it's your holy symbol, so it's important, and it wouldn't just vanish. So it would be like still on the person, just not.
As
you
noticeable,
wouldn't be- yeah.
not as prominent as it would be under normal circumstances.
Okay. You who has 50 bajillion passive perception, Ethereal, you see that the eyeball on the cross is kind of going bonkers when he sees that the bodies just disappear. If anybody wants to roll an Arcana
Hold on
or
one second. I'm hearing something weird. I gotta go check this out real quick. Be right back.
and thus begins the
And he
horror
was-
movie.
And he was never heard from again.
Where are my dice?
Where
I took
are
them
my
because Danny
dice?
click clacks.
That's a little concerning in the context of the previous statement, but yeah.
Scrape. Where are my dice?
Exactly.
Go away. What do you want? I want my dice.
shiny click-clacks.
Now you're making me curious, though. If I were to invite that ghost to a D&D campaign, would it work out?
You just walked in. Oh, dice. I want. Ooh, shiny math rocks. Thank you.
I mean, I'd like find him his dice if I can. It's not.
It requires dice sacrifice every session.
No, it doesn't. We just have to
I'll
find
be right
his.
back in a few minutes. I gotta go get some medicine for someone
Okay.
that's in the medicine cabinet.
We just gotta
Okay.
find the
Okay.
one guy's dice and keep them safe. We don't have to put new dice in there every
Alright.
time.
Well, no. The reason you have to sacrifice it because it can't affect corporeal dice, so you have to sacrifice the dice so it becomes a ghost die.
In the interest of time, conversation ended. We're gonna move on
But
because we have a lot to do this session.
Fair.
Clarion's not there.
I know.
So,
but we're still
right,
gonna
we
have
ever
to
actually
run
managed
forward
to
and
get a
we'll
lot
fill
done?
them in.
Okay.
Uh,
I'm going to
Arcana
roll.
checks or religion checks can be rolled.
I
I'm
will.
gonna roll an empty Arcana.
I will find my D20 that I just pulled out. Arcana. Oh shoot. That's
Remember, swearing's okay here.
Oh right. That's a 13.
Oh boy.
You can tell that there's something unholy. Wait, this was Arcana?
Yes.
Okay, you can tell that these creatures are vaguely dark magic-esque feeling. You can't
Foul
really tell more than
magics.
that. It's foul magic. They weren't actually creatures.
Yes. Oh, is dice bot dead? I can roll your D20 for you.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind, that'd be great.
You did slightly better than I did on the dice, but your
What did it?
but after modifier it was like a 9.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this dice part.
Oh hey,
I-
go with dice
I
bot.
honestly never actually bothered to figure out Raven's skills because I never thought they'd come into play. So
So this is Arcana?
yeah, I got a 9 Arcana.
You tell the same thing that, you can tell the same thing that Ethereal figured out. These are creatures of dark magic and not of flesh and bones.
Gotcha.
Ethereal, I'll give you advantage since the eyeball is actively on you, like freaking the heck out.
Okay.
Not Ethereal. Gosh dang
Okay.
it. Sorry, Ethereal.
I'll roll. I'll roll an advantage.
No, stop. No.
Well-
Bad
Also,
Ethereal.
roll a perception to see if you notice the eyeball.
Raven,
How it ended up on you.
you get advantage.
All right, go ahead and roll again if you would, Clint.
Okay.
Also, your roll showed up.
Oh, did it?
Yes. It
Then
did.
I'll use that.
Also-
what was it?
It was a 14. Also with advantage, you just got a 16.
Well, DM, which ones are valid?
You get to
boy.
pick.
The highest one.
That was the
Sure.
weirdest cut I had to see.
Oh. Well, is everything
You
all
all
right?
Ryan?
Yeah, yeah, my sibling cut their nipple.
There's a story there.
But it's campaign
There
time.
is?
So Valerian.
I don't want to know though.
Okay.
Valerian. Arcana or religion roll if you
For
do
what?
want to make it. The eyeball on Raven is freaking the heck out at the fact that the creatures are disintegrating, basically.
Alright, let me pull up my character sheet. I'm gonna do religion.
Okie doke.
You know what? For the heck of it, I'll make an Arcana roll.
Okay, you do that.
Do I still get my
13.
You
So
tell
I
the
think-
exact same thing that Ethereal told the first time. Raven, you don't learn anything new with that advantage.
Well, them's the breaks.
And Galarian. A 21. And this was religion?
Yes.
This is magic that goes against the church that you know that Raven's better half takes part in.
Rude.
It is Raven's better half. That half doesn't actively destruct the party. This magic comes directly from a group that opposes her church specifically.
Oh boy.
That's Miko. This is going to say. Okay. I know what kind of. Well, I don't know the specifics, but I know a little bit about this. Let's pick up camp and move somewhere else to rest for the night. What we're seeing is something it's some very bad magic.
Alright. How far do we have to go?
Until that points to the eye, stops freaking out.
There.
Raven looks down and covers it with one of her hands. There. That should solve the problem.
Incorrect.
What problem? There was a problem?
The symptom is not the same as the disease.
And I would like to move as well because I am also feeling really uncomfortable here.
What, are you afraid of the dark?
Only dark magic.
Then I must be terrifying to you.
Sure.
As a predator myself, I can confirm the dark is a scary place.
Believe it or not, Miss Raven, I am not terrified by you. But this points to the disintegrating bodies. It's something that I'd rather not look at.
She glances over the disintegrating bodies. And, see.
To keep a long story short, Miss Raven, if your sister saw this, she would be none too pleased.
And she'll incinerate one of them with a firebolt.
Am
Yeah.
I standing far enough away from the fireball?
The fireball kind of kicks up some of the ashes that are being blown away in the wind.
Fortunately, it's not an AoE spell, so it shouldn't be.
Oh, firebolt, not fireball. Okay.
No, we're not doing that.
Okay.
See, I need Raven to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, no.
Me. One wisdom saving throw coming right up.
I will preemptively uncanny dodge.
I have a gun.
Oh, won't save you, I don't think.
16 total.
Okay. Anyway, continue RPing.
So yeah, after blasting it away, she turns. There. That help? Are you feeling better now?
Is the eyeball still freaking out?
Presumably.
Rocks?
She was
The eyeball
basically-
is still freaking out a lot.
she
You
was
feel
just
like
being a smart
squirming
aleck.
on the inside of your hand, Raven.
She looks down at it with a disgust look. I don't know how I can tolerate you.
Well, I'm sure if we move somewhere else, it'll get a lot easier.
Yep. So how does the direction of the gate sound?
OC, that wisdom saving throw you made. You, see something in the air that shatters as, when you save. Look like something was watching you.
Yes. Quite frankly, quite suddenly she'll scream and grab the side of her head. I'm not going to do it because of waking people, but she'll basically scream in a shrill voice, Mother, stop. Mother, stop. Stop. Stop looking at me, Mother.
I can make the scream for you.
Oh boy.
So yes, that is her reaction to the seeing the mysterious thing shatter.
For the rest of the party, you heard it shatter, but you didn't see what it was, but it came up from fairly high in the sky.
And Raven will look up while freaking out.
You see, he was gonna say all the more reason to move, and he's
Alright, I'm giving
going
you six-
to try and get Raven back to a semblance of sense.
I'm giving you 6 seconds before I start dragging you away.
Raven,
What would I roll to try and mollify Raven?
presumably diplomacy, I suppose. Or persuasion. Right,
what's-
diplomacy doesn't exist.
That's 3.5.
Wrong universe.
Alright.
Because I'm sure Brox is in the back of his mind. I wish we were playing Pathfinder right now.
I wish
No,
we were
see, Brock's-
playing many things, but
No, see, Brox is the DM, so I don't believe that to be the case.
I
think-
actively chose not Pathfinder for this campaign because I ran
Yep.
a Pathfinder campaign, and that was
Fair. Any case, as you get close, she shows out a hand, and screams, "Don't touch me!" And then she gets up and begins walking off.
In the direction of the gates.
You
Yeah.
guys don't know this, but she doesn't know which direction the gates are, so she's just walking.
Who does know the direction the gates are in?
Raises.
rest-
all of you were told, but Raven
Okay.
is the
Everybody
alter ego.
except Raven.
Miss Raven. It's that way.
Good
She's
effort,
wa-
but wrong direction. Let's go.
She's walking north. It's the direction she randomly chose.
Hey,
Oh.
that's the gates.
Oh, cool.
Oh, cool.
Never mind. Don't actually say anything.
Miss Raven, you're
Let it-
going the
let
right
it
way.
happen.
Please continue on your way.
Shut up. Don't say anything.
So yeah, she will continue walking off and sulking as a teenager does. Because, just a reminder, she looks like she's like 14 or 15.
It's impolite to
So,
ask a lady
on
her
top-
age.
So, on top of being like an undead, possibly psychotic artillery mage,
Why do
She's
you
a teen
think?
going through her emo
also a
phase.
teenager.
Why do you think she's psychotically unstable?
So much makes sense now.
Alexa, play Teenagers by My Chemical Romance.
Stop it.
Let me just put on,
Anyways, we're moving toward the gate now.
Yes.
So how long will it take until that eye stops freaking out?
You travel for a good hour before the eye finally calms down, and you can be assured that whatever was watching and/or following seems to be a safe-ish distance away from you. You have wandered into a thin forest area, plenty of space between the trees, and the trees are birch trees, and they're fairly separated from each other. It's not a thick forest at all. You can see pretty far through it.
I'm guessing it's still nighttime, right?
Yeah, it's still nighttime. You guys were planning on resting just after dusk, but you got attacked and then moved on.
That was just Bard, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
the bard.
well, then in that case, once we are... Could you describe the scene one more time, please?
You're surrounded by a forest or a very light forest of birch trees. Little small shrubs and everything around. Grass. There's grass everywhere. It'd be a beautiful sight in the daytime, but it's nighttime, and you just got attacked a little while ago, so everything's a bit spooky.
Well, then after a while, Raven turns around. Is this good enough for you? You being just the general group.
When she turns around, all of you see that the eye has indeed calmed down at this point.
Yeah, this'll
Yes.
work.
Sure.
Well,
With that
let's get
being...
camp set up. Hopefully, we can rest easy for now.
Raven will simply take a seat and stare off into the darkness, muttering to herself.
Vex almost says something, but thinks better of it.
I'm assuming this is a camp?
Yes.
Okay. If any of you want to say anything, do it. If not, I'm gonna give you the scene. We'll move on to warning.
I'm good.
I've got nothing. Ethereal's drinking.
Raven is brooding.
Ethereal's drinking, Raven is brooding.
I'm a box.
This is boxing!
Although it is worth noting that, Annabelle has not returned, and she seems to be... there's no signs of Raven vanishing anytime soon.
I think that's something we're just gonna have to deal with, though. At least that's Vex's current attitude. Just like, yep, this is happening now.
The real reason is because
Oh, hey,
Raven
there's
is
pizza.
the only one that I have.
I don't know.
Welcome, pizza. But,
Hello.
anyway, all of you set up camp for the night. The night goes fairly smoothly. I'm assuming you'll be a bit on edge after what happened and knowing that you guys were followed at some point.
I mean, haven't we been followed several times in this campaign now?
Well, to be fair, we've been traveling quite a bit, and it's only the times when we haven't hand waved over the travels when exciting things happened.
I mean, fair.
And, you awaken to the crow of roosters. You open your eyes and, you're kind of surrounded by roosters. You seem to have wandered into their, little area here.
Hold on.
Anybody know what's going on?
When you say we wandered into their area,
Well, yeah, this is where they kind of made their nest, and you didn't see them last night. Presumably they were all somewhere sleeping.
but they're not attacking us.
No, they're roosters.
Oh,
like
so-
roosters.
Okay.
So I don't have to roll, like, a nature check to figure out why we're surrounded by
Just
roosters.
don't start
No, they're
attacking. Just don't start
Animal
attacking one of them
handling,
because
stealth,
it'll like
tackle.
make it sound and then unleash a horde of unkillable, vicious roosters.
We
that'll
attacked
just
them
be
a couple
attacking
times,
to
but
death.
anyways.
I mean, breakfast for some people, I guess, but no, they're just around, pecking at the ground, curious as to what all of you are.
I'm a box.
Raven is upset that the calling roosters woke her up, so she's chasing a couple of them angrily.
Oh no.
Roll acrobatics, see if you catch one. Or athletics, whichever one you want.
When I figure out her skills, then I can tell. But for now, I'm just gonna roll.
Use Annabelle's.
I don't have. Well, that's the thing. I don't have Annabelle's sheet, so
Didn't we solve that last session?
I have an old version of her sheet.
Ah, alright,
So I'll just go ahead and roll acrobatics for now.
okay.
Well, apparently.
You don't. You said you were chasing a couple. You managed to catch like 4, 2 in each hand.
I'm worried about how this is going to end.
They really don't like being picked up by their tail feathers. But what do you do with them?
She's going to simply stare into them with like the look of death, basically saying, "Shut up."
The fear of death has been put into these roosters. They are permanently mute now.
My.
Well, that's horrifying.
Yeah, so basically they start crowing. She just like runs over. She just runs over, grabs them, picks them, just stares at them, and darkness falls. And then she drops and drops them, and then sits back down.
You have permanently made 4 of the many roosters mute for life.
I'm sure they'll recover with therapy.
Yeah, what else do you do? Your fire has died out over the night, and it's barely morning. The sun has just peeked over. And in fact, with the sun being up, you can see that you're closer to the gates than you thought you were. They're still really far away, about half day of travel, but you can see them over the horizon now.
Quick question. Long rest, correct?
This was long rest, yes.
Okay.
If you had traveled past this forest, it would have been not long rest.
All right. Once the sun crests, Raven will actually hold up a hand to cover her face, and that will actually unconsciously emit its low hiss real quick, like it's.
Mm.
Dang!
Nah, just a teenager.
Okay.
Hey, what do you mean? I'm still like that. Ugh, son, go away.
What is this thing that is blinding me?
Like, okay, wicked
Skyrim.
teenager of the West.
Okay. Anybody want to do anything, or should we start traveling?
Raven
I mean-
will.
I don't have anything to do out in
Well.
the middle of the woods.
When Raven makes that little hissing sound, Mythos is going to say, "Well, good morning to you. I guess this is probably your first time seeing a morning sunrise in quite a while."
She turns and looks at Mythos with a look of disdain. You don't understand.
You know, for a second, I thought you were going to be like,
No, she's
No.
too emo for that.
That's,
Yeah, I really don't understand. In fact, what's happening here?
Uh,
I guess I'm gone.
it's just Mythos said good morning to you, and she just
No,
said,
I said that in character.
"Oh." She turns and looks at him. What are you confused about?
Well, we haven't seen Annabelle in a while. That seems a little unusual.
Out of character, that's that's the elephant in the room that's been finally addressed.
Also, I should mention, the broom has just been hovering above you the
This
entire
entire-
time, minding her own business.
Really?
And
We pretend it's not
wolf-
there.
the wolf, when Beyblade, whenever the wargs came, it kind of hid in a bush, but it's still spinning behind.
I don't
you.
know how it managed that, honestly, but
It found a spinning bush, and just synced itself.
oh, I see. It found the spot where it is camouflaged.
Mm-hmm. She.
Achieved resonance in sync with the bush.
Oh, let's see. We haven't seen Annabelle. That seems quite okay. Shoot, what was I gonna say in response to that? Oh yeah. Oh,
Don't make me burn the broom.
I'm sorry. Well, perhaps it might interest you to know that she's actually a facade.
I see.
And that's when Mythos is going to pipe up with, well, to be honest, from what
Actually,
This
could
is
I
just
roll an insight check just to see like just how
Yes.
truthful
you
that is?
Mythos is just going to blurt out with, from what I've seen, neither of you are a facade.
I'm not
In fact,
expecting
one day if given
I'm
the
not
chance.
expecting an outright lie. I'm just kind of like hang on,
Mythos
is that-
up and says, "Well, I guess this time I like the remake better than the original."
She turns and yeah.
He basically said both of you. He said both. He said that neither of you are facades, and he says, in fact, one time when given the chance, I would like to speak to the both of you, if possible, at the same time.
She looks at both of you with a look of severe anger, and she spits on the ground. She is a facade. I am the real thing.
Your insight, Derp, proves that Raven is very much telling her truth.
So she believes.
Raven is Raven, and Annabelle seems to be not her.
I see.
So the
Excuse
way
me, Mythos is-
Annabelle described it, they were kind of the same people. The way Raven's saying it right now, that Annabelle shouldn't exist. That's
Well-
kind of the gist that you're getting.
Well,
See, there's a
Annabelle.
problem with the logic if that's the case.
Well, Annabelle said that they were sisters, and Raven is claiming that Annabelle is a
It's
facade.
not real.
Mythos is actually going to place a hand on Raven's shoulder.
Can I stop
And
him from
say-
doing that?
I would like to prepare cure
No,
wounds.
let's
Okay,
not.
wrong choice of words. Wrong choice of words. He's going to say. In fact, let me change up what I'm saying. He's going to basically place a hand up and say, "Listen, I don't want to fight with you. Right now, we are allies in a common goal, whether you like it or not. I do not want us to be enemies. However, what I'm saying is, one day, whenever the time we have the time, I would like to understand the dynamic between the two of you. And it's full.
There's no dynamic. And yeah, her interrupting you is canon.
Okay.
There's no dynamic. She's a fake. I'm the real thing. But I don't think you need to know why.
You don't think that would be relevant to us cooperating?
I don't think I need to tell you anything about myself. You don't know me, and you wouldn't understand anyways.
The broom pipes in up in the top. I like the other you much better.
She's gonna cast Firebolt at it.
The broom is much better at everything at dodging, and you missed by a country mile.
Yes, but it's the principle that matters.
The broom casts dust on you. You are now covered in dust.
Raven does not take that particularly well.
I don't think the broom took being shot at very well either.
Can't imagine why.
Do I have?
And, And after throwing a bit of a hissy fit and knocking some of it off, she turns and looks at Mythos. I mind myself the name for a second there. I want to say ethereal.
Yes. What did I do? I've been sitting here quietly in my corner the whole time.
She turns towards Mythos. Fine. Whatever. I'll play your stupid little game. And then she turns towards Ethereum. What's your problem? You haven't said anything this entire time.
I know, dear. I know.
Oh, what? You think you're too good to talk to me? Is that what it is?
Vex is just going to start walking on again.
I'm 500 years old. I'm patient.
Oh, okay. So you're. Oh shoot. Oh, I see. So you're old and egotistical. Gotcha.
Yep. Yep. Let's go with that.
At least you can admit it. With that, Raven will head off towards the gate.
What does egotistical mean? Ethereal has in character. Not when Raven gets out of earshot.
It's okay. She doesn't have very good perception, so it's easy to do.
She has selective hearing too.
How far have I walked away during this time?
You aren't particularly fast, so not
It's
very
true.
far.
Okay.
Ooh.
Eh,
Yes.
That's when Mythos hears Ethereum about that, he's just gonna kind of whisper. She thinks you're just you think too highly of yourself. She's calling you
Wait, she's calling me what?
arrogant.
I mean, I suppose that's fair. Maybe just a little.
But for now, seems that we will have to travel with Miss Raven. Teenagers.
Yes. All of you are teenagers to me.
Maybe not.
How?
Well, you can't tell how old the box is.
Does the box know how old the box is?
Ethereal, you do know that the mimics were here before you were here.
Yeah, I
Maybe
mean,
not this mimic, but and you also know that mimics live for nobody
Oh, wow.
actually knows because anybody who meets a mimic pretty much kills it on the
They don't,
spot.
they don't have a natural end to their lifespan.
Like Tolkien held.
Much like the goblins in Pathfinder don't have a real natural end to their life.
Kind of, yeah.
so
I'm just a really rare goblin.
Anyway, session.
Yes.
I do actually have something that I forgot about that I should share with the party in character.
Okay. Do you want to do that while like the party is on the move?
I'll say at this point you all have started shuffling your way, early morning shuffle, the right direction, and you pick up pace a little bit later.
But yes, it is something I want to say while we're moving.
Okay.
So, how many of you have been outside of the gates before?
Mythos just gonna pipe up with, that is a good question.
I don't know.
Vex?
Yeah, Brox, I am gonna need some help on this one.
Vex? Go. Wait, you're gonna need help. Okay. No, it took me a minute to process what you said.
Yeah, that was not in character. So Vex is quiet for a bit before eventually replying once.
Once. Really? You've lived in the mega city all your... I suppose it doesn't matter for this. We'll talk about it later.
The mega city covers a lot of area.
Yes. The mega city also controls everything with magic. That includes the magic that we use, so we can actually use it. Outside of the city gates, it's... spells tend to go out of control very quickly for all magic
Well,
casters.
magic cable, got it.
I'll count myself lucky I'm not using it then.
Also, there are areas very much near the walls that we should avoid.
I mean, my recollection is there's a lot we should avoid, but
Yes, this one just happens to be very nearby. There is a mushroom kingdom nearby. It's...
Say mushroom.
okay.
Yes, I said mushroom kingdom.
Shush! It's not a Mario reference.
I know.
You brought this upon yourself.
You made the classic
think
mistake.
of another name.
That's fair.
I have
This-
so
no,
much
no.
stuff to think of.
This is why you call it the realm of the Myconids or something like that.
The Grove.
It's the Mushroom
The fungal
Enclave now. Are you
forest.
happy?
It's the mushroom
I will take
enclave.
it. Let's go.
Okay.
To be fair, Brox, I didn't. I took it at face value.
On
I did.
how do you spell clay?
Look,
There
I
you go.
know what you meant.
I told
I know
Clint
exactly
about
what
it
you
and he
meant,
said
Brock.
the exact same thing.
It's just that the temptation to
No.
make the joke was too much.
You
No,
can't drop
cool.
a name like that in this campaign.
No, you fools! You have to tell the DM that you got his intention without making a joke of it, so you're sucking up to him, so he rewards you with good things. It's called brown nosing.
Okay, Mr. -9 brownie points.
Can I have a brownie point, please?
Sure, you can have all negative of them.
Yeah.
You want the negative brownie
No,
point?
I want-
No.
I want the positive.
You know what? I should start making penalties for brownie point negative values. There's thresholds of negative that you can be safe in, but after a certain point, you just start losing stats.
You realize we'd lose like half the party if you do that, right?
But at that point, Brox, it's like, how far does this go? You know, it's like, how
Oh,
deep
no.
down? What does the end of the tunnel look like?
The end of the tunnel is roll a 1d20 for every stat. You lose that amount of your stats.
Oh, jeez.
It's like,
You
it's
seek
like
the name.
at some point there was a moment where we should have stopped, but let's keep going just to see how bad we can get.
Anyway,
Yes.
Ethereal, giving
Yeah.
lore.
So, from what I hear, the people there are pretty nice. However, the air is toxic.
I see.
So if we really wanted to find help there, we would have to get something so we could, breathe and not die.
Protect ourselves.
Yes.
To elaborate a bit, there are rumors inside the megacity about toxic air, and it's most likely pointing to this. This is death save type of toxic air if you try to stay in there for any length of time. This is not just cough, cough, oh no.
I mean, it is just like there's a step afterwards that you really don't want.
No, it's cough, cough, dead, not cough,
Yeah.
cough, oh no.
You might be able to get a no in there.
Cough, cough, oh, dead. Anyway.
Don't worry, as long as we follow safe sanitation guidelines, we'll be fine.
Oh boy. Okay, Ethereal's talking. Keep going, Ethereal.
Should I just read off everything you gave me?
Let me PM you what not to say.
Okay.
I just realized that because I rolled a d20 and I posted that Raven had nothing to say about any of this, and I suddenly realized I posted it all in a channel that nobody can see.
Well done.
Oopsies.
Oh my god, I see it.
Let me just clear that out.
Clear what out?
I
He rolled a 1d20 in the administrative chat.
I rolled a d20 in the
You got a
Incredible.
9, by the way.
and then yes, I rolled a 9, so I lose a 9 to one of my stats. Hooray!
Oh no.
And I typed Raven has nothing to say, much to the player's chagrin, in the administrative.
I mean, that's accurate, if nothing else.
You have
Okay. Clint, was there anything else on what I gave you that wasn't those things that I just said?
There's one more thing. Wait, no, hold on, let me double check. No, there is no more things. That is all I have to say.
So basically, those who can cast magic, beware once you leave the gates. Magic works differently and is quite powerful. And that don't go to the mushrooms until you can breathe without using normal lungs.
Interesting way to put that, but no.
And that's doubly bad for me because guess what? I'm weak to poison.
Hey.
Oh, this isn't poison, this is toxic. It is much, much worse.
It won't
Yeah,
help
so it's
it.
the moment I touch that toxic air, oh, I just drop
You
fucking
just
dead.
there.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I'm glad one person got the joke.
Toxic, somewhat. Anyway, you guys all have been walking for the better part of the day. The sun is the highest. And you arrive closest to the gate to where you remember that you all need to equip the badges that signify that you are with the Tech Destroy Everything faction, so the guards will let you do stuff. Basically, you're disguised, which means I'll need a disguise check from... Not a disguise, a
Deception.
Deception, that's 5e, yeah, deception check from all of y'all.
Yeah, I was about to say, don't we usually carry our flags of which faction we belong to on our persons?
Yes, you do, and this is why I need that deception. For switching.
Oh,
Swearing is okay here. Remember that. I understand.
I appreciate and I encourage you to finish your sentences when you roll nat ones.
Oh, this isn't a nat 1. But it might as
Oh boy,
well
a
be.
It's
natural
2.
20.
I say.
It is a 2 plus 1.
What
I
do-
rolled
I
I
What do I roll?
results. I rolled on a physical dice. I got a natural 20.
Derp, you will not need to roll a deception. You are a bot.
Okay, cool.
You will, however, need one of the party members. Oh, it's gonna go over well. You will, however, need one of the party members to give you a lift or put you on your. Or if you can put yourself on your box, you could do that.
Is there some way I could just ride the luggage through?
Yeah, you can write the luggage card.
I have Tensor's floating disc. If you.
I appreciate, and I'll keep it in mind for next time. But now I got box on box.
I'm getting rid of.
So,
these dice.
Raven, you are very terrible at acting. Like, genuinely terrible at acting.
Well, no, here's the thing. I think Raven actually doesn't know. Like, he walks up to the gate and basically demands to be let through.
We're not at the
no.
gate.